Good morning. I am Tom Bullock from the Citizens Utility Board of Ohio, Executive Director. We're a statewide consumer nonprofit. We represent utility customers who are residential and small business, and we're here today to talk about a proposed rate case, a proposed price increase by Columbia Gas, who is in the background right behind our gathering this morning. We are met on the shortest day of the year, at the coldest time of the year, in a season that should be festive. But we are here to talk about a trick being played on consumers that's not so festive at all. In a true nightmare before Christmas move, Columbia Gas of Ohio is asking state government for permission to hike the fixed monthly charge for every customer from $37 to as much as $58 by 2027. That's just for the service connection to your home or business. $58 per month, even if you never turn on the gas. What if you're on vacation? What if you use only a tiny amount of gas? Doesn't matter, your bill would start at $58 and go up from there. Now, I love that movie, but only if it's fiction. We don't need the nightmare before Christmas in real life. But wait, the nightmare gets worse. At the same time, Columbia Gas is trying to raise your bill through charges you can never lower. It's also trying to remove savings programs that help customers take control of their costs by gaining control over their energy usage. This means programs to insulate your home, to install energy efficient furnaces and water heaters and other appliances. Those are things that help Ohioans stay comfortable in their homes while using less gas and paying less money. That's a double whammy to Ohio consumers' pocketbooks. I'd like to invite our next speaker to the stage, Rachel Belz of Ohio Citizen Action, Executive Director. Rachel, would you like to take the microphone? Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Rachel Belz, the CEO at Ohio Citizen Action. And we have a few questions for Columbia Gas. What can you do with $21 a month? Pay for groceries, medications, maybe even a fun Christmas activity with your kid. Or, guess what? Columbia Gas has an idea. Start giving them $21 a month more for nothing. That's right. This proposed increase in the Columbia Gas monthly price could go up by $21 a month. That's an extra $252 per year for nothing. Why can we say it's for nothing? Because Columbia Gas wants you to pay that extra $21 per month, just as Tom said, before you ever turn on your gas, furnace, or stove, before you ever use any gas at all. Clearly, the folks at Columbia Gas consider their customers ATMs at a time when everyone knows how hard it is to make ends meet. In a pandemic that isn't over, in the highest inflation we've seen in decades, in a time when if they were reading the room, they'd expand, not dissolve, energy efficiency opportunities in our state. Only a few years ago, Ohio Citizen Action and others were standing up against a much smaller fixed rate increase in AEP's electric rate, and customers were livid. That was before current inflation, before the pandemic. That was a long time ago. The gas folks need to remember their product isn't as foundational as they presume. It is not the only choice for consumers. Or perhaps they do, and this increase is because they're reading the writing on the wall. Electrification is growing in popularity across all sectors. Anyone could purchase a gas or electric stove, furnace, dryer, etc.
Next, I'd like to introduce Dion Mensa. They are both a Columbia Gas customer and fellow at Ohio Environmental Council. Dion.
Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Dion Mensa, and I am the Energy Justice Fellow at the Ohio Environmental Council, but also a Columbus community member who has Columbia Gas as my heating service provider. I am here today largely as a customer to shed light and oppose the Columbia Gas's proposed rate case at the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio. Far too often, the needs and concerns of marginalized communities, especially those with the least resources to manage rising energy costs, are neglected and pushed to the back burner while utility companies continue to benefit. If granted, this application will create more than $65 million in additional revenue for Columbia Gas, which is the state's largest provider of natural gas. On the flip side, between June 2021 and May 2022, out of all the utility companies in Ohio, Columbia Gas customers had the third largest number of utility disconnections due to non-payment, coming out to about 59,900 shutoffs. These shutoffs leave households without essential life-sustaining energy. Fixed rates guarantee revenue for utilities while leaving consumers with a reduced capacity to pay or even lower these bills. The proposal would increase fixed rates from $37 to as much as $58 a month over the next 5 years. This comes to $252 more in spending on energy annually. And for someone working close to minimum wage, that's essentially 25 to 30 hours worth of work. That is unacceptable. I know for a fact I cannot afford this, and I am not alone. It is more than a 50% increase in base monthly charges, unrelated to the costs associated with the actual natural gas usage in the household. This hike would come at a time where natural gas prices are already skyrocketing, adding further burden onto consumers. This proposed increase in fixed rates harms poor and low to moderate income families, communities of color, people with disabilities, and other groups that are historically under-resourced, ignored, and bear the brunt of injustices in our energy system. The legacies of redlining and disinvestment leaves these same communities in survival mode as we try to manage day-to-day needs. So while Columbia Gas focuses on means to generate additional revenue, customers are left in the dark and vulnerable to compounding threats to energy security and overall well-being. This is all while Ohioans are dealing with increased prices of food and other necessities all across the board. Rather than forcing households to choose between heating or eating, we need to prioritize people over profits. It is critical that the PUCO step up and take action to protect Ohioans by rejecting this rate increase. Thank you. I'm going to pass it back to Tom.
So, if state regulators grant Columbia Gas's wish, which is to increase fixed monthly costs for consumers and at the same time remove consumer savings programs, they will simply be handing Columbia everything on its wish list. But they should not. They should not, because what Columbia Gas is asking for Christmas is not nice. It's naughty. And we know what kids on the naughty list get. We'd like to play the role of Santa's helpers now and open the present for Columbia Gas and to provide it the gift we think it truly deserves. We have coal. Lots of coal for the naughty kid on the list. Because raising fixed customer charges to $58 every month while cutting energy efficient savings on top of that, no utility has ever deserved a lump of coal for Christmas more than Columbia Gas. Thank you. Coal.